Memoir Kwaba, about Puyaka TV. So, Puyaka TV, Anna Wushi. So, where your first time, Bomodian, subscribe. Me a notification is so. Click it on, no send your video. Pia, the Betumuno, which are one son, Sabekan, when you be a sure. Medasi be which are for Kwaku Annan and Yabre, me say. Kwaku Annan, me a prayer. Fire or fire no, I'm not day, I'm no egg day, Ankasankasa. But when I said Ghana, a software would do a Muya Ankasankasa. Just say a software through or more or Mamuno would do a Muya pie, didn't ya? Was it Igbo fully the year I wish I a bit told just say, oh, Baby critic Igbo kingdom in Ghana no. One taste a sophobia a day, a can one sem any or Bubo D Ankasankasa, a tit through what tit through a wish. One taste will be a day, a can was a nothing what he told just say, or Becca say, Sa Igbo fully done, or Yana Jane say, Omo festival almost celebrating on the 25th of September every year. No, said this year, over here, Oma Jane say, on the celebrating Sa festival na, dear Betono, one pet. Dear Betono, no, which are for, you could dare say one, no, they say, oh, bet 20 nanum, a samando, Ankasanka, say, which are. Well, when I saw a debate to Jano a month for a fresh friend, it was I say a deity or a day, or Casa Assembly, and Sachu could do a dear bonnet, and a wire I will say, or bet one and another was some under which I, when I say, or see soupy, or the Nisa a cynical, I catch them say, to could there say one mile Igbo came in Ghana. So Penny wants them say on the 25th of September, or Baba celebrate South Festival night which are for obey you wasted just say you bet shady baby or bet 20 and nanon and penny and pa or bet 12 a was samando. Kwaku Annan me say, let me up brea war fire than they was a Mumianko video noom.
Say frontline show we. Ghanaians, listen to me. Me who force out. Kwaku Annan, me who for. Ahana ya betrane ye adwuma. Sabi o enye ne fe. And enye nu me kan say to no bi na ye there because before there obia o wa kuku draw the ya dia o ka ne kura bia no bibini no ye declare sa nipa ne say o ye to no anaso ye say wo frame me to no enye me how. Wo frame me to be what enye me how. But listen. God has placed something which comes under what medically we call it the DNA, that nobody on this earth can alter the DNA. No way. That's my DNA. Okay? And so what I want to say is saying, to me a woman munu mesrao, uni hobi ene a woman. Fiti se minyi ya bedru se unka hobi. Eye me na mete ha na meye medwuma. Enti dia make free menumu bia no, minim dia make. To me a woman mumema me discharge my responsibility in this hot manner and speak the way I speak is within me, is the spirit in me. And I can only say, do not try to see or try to come close. And one, me free happy. I am the normal Kwaku Annan, you know. When I'm here, I'm sorry. Don't try it. You can throw your arrows in the atmosphere and it will get back to you and hit you and kill you. Don't try it. Those of you out there with that narrative, show your more yen say I feel me breaky platform way. Na and somewhere yeah canwa. All the media houses in Ghana have gone to bed. From radio to where to television, all of them gone to bed. And the reason behind why I feel the more can say if you deal with platform where they are, you know, and it's where hard, you know. Indeed, at all costs, no. As though mutimi then, the zippers, sir. Wow. Tonight, I wish to respectfully, can I have my AC on? Tonight, I wish to respectfully inform these elements involve to desist from any attempt to silence this platform and instead allow the Frontline show to continue broadcasting its findings on the ongoing struggles between the two countries. Secondly, if this element truly seek to achieve something meaningful, I would rather direct the attention to ensure the immediate deportation of the self-styled crook Chukwudi Jude from Ghana back to Nigeria. Mote, the American nan say, Muna mushechire ana musheshe ohinte duetia. Mu pesa mu take sa anamo we say. You want the platform to back down or back off or whatever it is. Media may come as him. But the American say, instead some mobile side way say the platform front line should back off now. I would rather tell you people, go and ensure the deportation of this Chukwudi guy. I believe that will be one step for which Ghanaians, all of us, there will be a certain leveler. I believe this action would help ease the tension and creates an atmosphere for Ghanaians to finally take a breather. You want to simply silence everybody in this country. Into me and Kasa about this Igbo issue. Na Ghana for no Ghanaians. Let me pretend as if Nyame na Kasa. No wa be sa who say na se me anya ever since asem we buy when impenifo ben omwo man mu a wo edika e won nsem bi se mu no mu na obi a na adwen se won kasa enipaku be in various circles and ye kasa about media houses there. I think I can stick my neck say it is only CTV the frontline show and ye kasa. And here too they are making all the attempt and the concerted effort. Said they want to shut the program down. Ghanaians. But then the meeting can catch them. Say, Samubaya direct the exercise to where? To the deportation of this guy. That for me, the front line, perhaps we can even seize the broadcast. We will not even talk about this issue again because the very person or no, and or yet the common denominator in the whole rising tide, no, we you need from my name. Because only Ghana has said only a better subimu we nipa bonini we sunsun fin or the sunsun fin or the above mining, and they are here to do many things that is in a very dark, that is going to reduce and send this country into the abyss, and we don't want to miss words. Nyankopon ye dana sia se wetimi yi sa nyomo wei e de a kire ne ma e wo manim ha na so Nyankopon so wo yi so kire nso a na no nkire se God reveals and redeems inte yemfo di yansa ne entra ne yedi no wa ma ya no se yemfa nkasa enti se Chukwudi na tunya silence the leadership of this country it cannot be possible obetimi silence the whole Ghana, no. And that's also one of the reasons why we are talking. And they are making the effort towards us. And we say, no, stay back. Any elements in certain powerful positions, please back off. I don't want to release curses into the atmosphere. And any man, anybody, be that of a man or a woman, behind any machination to cause a silence to this, trust me, do not provoke us to release curses into the atmosphere, and you and your family, I swear to God, you will perish you will perish at the very the sun at its brightest. Mu diagro me say ubiara ukuta sa assignment on the back off. Ubiara ukuta sa assignment on any Ghanaian in wherever your corridors are more with agenda to do whatever you are trying, may say back off before we would dare to release curses into the atmosphere. I'm not going to sit in my quiet room and do this. I'll sit here and do it. And I'll tell Ghanaians they should read the space. What is coming? Mudiagro. Hey, do you know the power in us? We'll challenge you to know. Say, no, this issue is a national assignment. Listen one more time. Me say this Igbo crisis is a national assignment. It's a redemption. It's a spiritual, physical redemption for this nation. And I am extremely disappointed about your so-called men of God like Duncan Williams, the Agyin Asare&Dclares, the Darky Mills, the Kwanchankress, and the Otables. These goddamn rocks whose belief in God is all about what? Go and sit in their churches and cathedrals and clap and wait for you, the poor Ghanaian, to bring your collection, and they take it. And and they don't seem to see the spiritual what? Confrontation that is yet to befall this nation. As if they don't see it. They are all a bunch of crooks and criminals and thieves. They don't see it like some of us are seeing it. You think I'm stupid? You think I'm stupid? I don't have any job to do? And for almost like how many days, weeks, months, this platform concentration has all been this what? On this IGBO. And guys, let me tell you, do you know how many people who have called on this platform? And the things they want to do for us to back off? Do you know people in high places who have called on this platform that, of course, when they tried, now they have to find another way around. And they think it's easy. But you see, instead, some will be deported to any panel. But there is what? A calculated attempt to create impression that the frontline show is causing a diplomatic disturbances elsewhere. And on that basis, the show should stand down. Then I say to those behind this move, revise your notes again. This show is not causing any diplomatic whatever. No. This show cannot cause any diplomatic whatever be. No. Revise your notes. That's all I'll say. Revise your notes. There is nothing like this platform is causing any diplomatic whatever. No. Revise your notes. It would be a travesty and miscarriage of justice to hide behind such what? A frivolous, hollow, and undefined excuse for myself. Nor would I use it as a what? A reason to back off in the wake of these what? Ongoing struggles, especially when the stakes are high. Minima de bema I say see a back off because of what? Diplomatic whatever. Why? Those in the diplomatic circles are the ministry, and they been given a responsibility. They have their responsibility. We also have our responsibility. If the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is refusing to do what is right, and they are sitting there ideally and making everything look as though everything is all right, so be it. Let them do their own thing, including any corridors. Must we suffer for that? Must we be forced and coach us into submission? How? What enu free here adan mo ye modwuma so IGBO ni no into on trase yes you ye adwuma what again again diplomatic lines ben course what. So at this juncture I still maintain that those elements must back off and allow this platform to work efficiently, effectively, and diligently, free from any political interference or underhand dealings within the corridors of power. Allow this platform to do its work diligently, efficiently, and effectively. With respect to all those in the certain corridors, stay away. Stay away. We must understand that at this crucial moment, the role of the media in this crisis is to help secure a future for this nation and generation yet unborn. Media ne dwuma say ye ne say ye ne ye bodawro ne yama nipa ehu de ekọ na afisu yakaka nipa say ade boni sei ekọ so nipa boni fo bi ewro oman mu a wo mo befa oman ni nom media fo dwuma no no ne ye be da bi media fo ni na adeko aye omo editors in media houses, journalists in media houses. Possibilities will say journalists no more media houses so you fault too. They are editors now catch up on common into. Perhaps editors no so A2 sa na mo so and so free baby free. Yes. You can understand why your media, which is the fourth estate of the realm, may be silent on this. But the media name person here. Lastly, if some people feel offended, now and this is very instructive, Bibi Amidri. If some people feel offended by last Monday broadcast, when we warned Chukwudi not to step out for his Yam festival, and we stated that if he dare, the ABPN is there, any baby, as a woman offended, the fact is, Kwaku Annan, I mentioned on Monday edition, he said, se chuku dini nim, na se opia bonten, ewa ne yam festival ni mua. Quote, snipers are ready, waiting for him. And that statement na me here, no. According to yen, discussions, you know, ewa corridors, you know, I say ni PBI offenders, I didn't think yebe kasa say, or no chuku di no, snipers are ready for him. Now, snipers were what? Ready for him. And now, guys, let those same people who are offended by that narrative they should question him. They should question him by what authority does he, Chukwudi, could violate our fundamental rights, our sovereignty, and our existence by insisting that despite prior warning, he would still go ahead with the Yam Festival. Mona Mayo offended no. Me pese mutie sa asem we. Na afi mu bisa mo say several warnings have gone out there. Se Chukwudi abetno memu ha for almost like how many 25 years. As celebrating the Yam Festivals newe. You see this time no way, cut it off. And then this Chukwudi guy says no. I mean just say ono ye nipa watch abodam sem were a silly animal to dare, and I'm repeating tonight, let Chukwudi dare and step out on the 25th of September, which is just a number of days ahead. Let him dare. I want to repeat again. And those of you who are offended by Monday narrative that I said, snipers are ready for him, let you guys take it on him and make sure he leaves this country before the 25th. If not, again, may I emphasize this point strongly, and the emphasis is mine, let him dare celebrate it. Okay? Now, go and read your mother constitution. I'm not ready to quote any aspect of the constitution. At least for nothing at all. The constitution empower any Ghanaian, including myself, that even within Ghana, if anybody try to violate and want to cause a trouble to the stability and the security of this state, the constitution gives every Ghanaian power to take it on that Ghanaian. How much more a foreigner from how many several miles away is in my country, and by virtue of whatever has gotten a safe passage from the leadership of this country, and now he has a place to live. And now on top of this, he comes here, according to our church, Chukwudi bears nothing to any royal ancestry back in Nigeria. No, he doesn't. He is not coming from any family that is of royal lineage. No. But then he is in this country, and on top of landing here, he says what? No, I have the right to create my own parallel kinship. And that, on top of this, I've also created my sub-arrowheads across your 16 regions. And on top, I will celebrate a certain festival that is completely alien to Ghanaians. Oh, like seriously. And when we tell you back off, you say no. Just say you've grown that so much impudence to the extent that you don't care, you don't mind. By the way, if we allow you to what? Celebrate your Yam Festival, the next thing we will see will be what? Before we realize, then another thing happened. In the name of our what? Territorial sovereignty. Really. But I ask you, those guys who are offended, may I ask you, who does that? Which country, her citizens will allow such things to be perpetrated against the sovereignty of the nation? And in funny, yes, sir. Mibisamo. O maimbe eno hofo betimi akọ. Ne wakọ bona sesegwa. Aya no ho se ono de opa bia no oba beye wo sa o manim na obi antumi nya ne hwe. Hey, na making all the warnings near the amani na, and I'm sure some of you have picked the signal say, yeah, can pay. I feel no maybe general social media or say, hey, Ghanaians, whether you like it or not, we are going to celebrate our Yam Festival. By the way, why? The India. But I've already told you, we'll take care of him. Let any Nigerian, particularly Igbo, when you just a bedroom, I'm telling you, me say, just a bedroom, we will waste this guy on the soil of Ghana. And I dare you, if you want, go to ICC. When you go to ICC, the ICC will tell you, say, no, Ghanaians reserve that right. Ghanaians reserve that authority. Ghanaians reserve that what? That power to take care of you because you are a foreigner and you don't have power and you cannot exercise your power on this country by any stretch of imagination. Are you sick? Abodam. Muna mutuwa na musu so sa sebe sa ensamfuno so no munko kanjre no. A best shocking wa Ghana. Hey, move see ID in Indiana. I am to tell Ghanaians, there are hundreds and hundreds of people quiet. They are just observing the drama. They are just observing it because many of these top security people have seen say no. The leadership of this country are animals and they don't think about themselves, nevertheless to think about Ghanaians. So therefore, if they are not thinking about you, then we Ghanaians, we must wake up and take care of ourselves. That is what there is to it. Beginning of this show, I've already told, Mr. President Mahama, your security. Wominim, NDC penifoni ni masma America. Me say, NDC penifoni masma America. Womu secret no munim say njina yi. Helicopter na na crash here. Womu say no munim all about why. Inti na helicopter na crash ni bisa say, sa de na womu so womu kwakọ information womu your friend is saying, was the black boss. Who told you that the black boss was working? I dare anybody in the security outfit. They should come and tell you the truth. The black box in the helicopter. And they know it. If these elements offended by my broadcast will not avert their minds to the position of Chukwudi, whose recent actions regarding his Yam Festival indeed poses an existential threat to this country's stability and security, then I, Kwaku, honestly, do not know what else these elements expect us to do anymore. Samu nim namu who said, "Sa Yam Festival na also pesu odie no. A existential threat to this country's stability, security na samu hamu adwena ene yen high adwene." By the way, one celebrity then what next? Why? One celebrity Yam Festival dey be say ade e wi se be pf nechi. So one celebrate Yam Festival now. Me say the Nigerian community na Igbo for ejabede wo mhuana. Ade no munkom. By the way, I'm asking those of you talking that kind of language, why wouldn't you tell the man to go back to Nigeria and celebrate the Yam Festival? Why? Why? Me say, why would Chukwudi not go to Nigeria to celebrate the Yam Festival, but he wants to celebrate it here? Can you answer me that question? Absolutely nonsense and foolishness. To the highest order, and now you wash your face upwards. What kind of nonsense? We sit in our country. How many festivals do we have here? Across all regions. Here, 16 regions. How many festivals do we have? And how many of such festivals, as far as my hometown is concerned? See, Bakatoya. What is here the Bakatoy? Abesenko Eastern region. See, Kudi Bakatoy. What is that? And Crawford, you are what is some of the homo be finkra? Some of the call him for northern region. And what I see anything. And then Eastern region for festival crime ref, he said, my friend. One of the call Eastern region for the Abankra. Why? What sense does it make? So the question you people should be asking yourself, what is it that this Chukwudi is spreading his wings all across our nation, creating all of these chiefs? And almost there, this particular Yam Festival, he spread his wings all over. Haven't I shown videos where at a point, he was in northern region. The northerners are what? Yam farmers. Why? Why down? But he created the impression and make it look as though he's doing something on the heels of what? Cultural diversity. You evil. You satanic. Your agenda has been exposed. I'm telling you. Chukwudi, your agenda, thank God, some of us are ready. If the rest of the media house will go to bed, we aren't ready, all right? We aren't ready. We want to face your ass. Okay? And we want to expose your ass. And we'll go with you until the next thing happens. We'll not allow you any peace in this country. We will not give you any passage. And we will not give you peace in this country. Like the rest of the nations are beginning.